Combination play with the two forwards, okay? And so obviously in the warm-up we're doing some combination play with everybody. Everybody can join in that type of situation. And then the first stage was basically playing with 3 unmarked midfielders, 2 forwards, and just working on some combinations. Always wanting to get some shot. No matter how ugly the combination was, I still want them to get the idea that we want to finish with a shot no matter what. All right, and we're always in that type of situation. Then the next stage is we add the 2 defenders. So now they're more live in terms of what's happening there. What they didn't get really well, and it'll take some time to get it going, is that they don't have to check for every single ball. And eventually the midfielders have to realize that sometimes they can't get the ball into them, all right? And certainly that was even more evident later on when we put the defensive midfielders in there, and certainly that's what Tip was training his 3 midfielders to do, to keep that ball from going forward. But again, they start to look on some combinations. We give them some ideas, and we like to see how they grow those ideas, because they're the players, not us. And so certainly that last thing that they did wasn't trained. They were looking, they saw people running off each other, and they go from there. Plus they knew you guys were sucking in to deal with those 2, and they could find that other space, no problem. All right, then when we go and we add opposition in the midfield, the functional training session actually moves from a functional session to a phase of play, because we now have opposed play in 2/3 of the field. But that's really where functional training will take you to eventually within the training session as you build up. All right, and then obviously it's not really coaching in the game so much at the end, because we're not doing the coaching in the game session like Doug did with you this afternoon. Doug did that session this afternoon, and we build it from there. And so that's kind of where the session goes, and we build from there. Now, where was my positioning within the session?
Yeah, you stood behind them too.
Initially. When did I leave?
Once there was
behind them.
opposition.
Yeah, once there was opposition, because then I'm just going to get in the way. I'm not quick enough to move now or ever, probably. So at first I want to be there, because then I can talk to them easier. I don't have to yell from the sidelines, but I can see what they see. And I can see how they are lined up to each other or not lined up to each other. Then I move myself off to the side, step in when I need to, all right, and go in and work them through it. And then when they go live, we work it from there. And so that's something that you have to have some concept of where you're going to be during your session to be the most effective that you can in giving your points succinctly without sometimes having to just shout it to the rest of the world. So basically, I want other people around me to hear what's going on, but I basically need those guys to hear it. But I certainly might have another pair sitting over here waiting to come in, and I want to be loud enough that they can hear me. And a lot of times that's just a matter of making sure you're facing the right direction. You know, if I face this way and talk to you, you're not going to hear these things as if I just face this way. So those are just some things that we keep in mind when we're setting up in there.
How about the game? How about the stoppages in the game? Because we always finish off with the game. And the objective there is, can you pick out your topic? In other words, are you good at reading the game? So